Hi everyone, it's Rosie from Burnley Youth Theatre. Hello, and welcome to my masterclass on how to approach text. What does that mean, approaching text? Are we scared of text? When I say text, I just mean the lines or the script. And today we're going to be looking at how to perform a monologue that you've never seen before. Monologues are a really great way for actors to practice because you only need yourself and they can be like a mini play all in one. So let's get started. So the first thing you need to do is get a copy of your speech. I've got a copy of mine here. It's called The Universe, and I've attached this speech to this video, which you can either print off or write out for you to use. It does really help to have a physical copy of your speech when you're looking through it. Now, I don't know anything about this character other than what I have here in the lines. There's no background information, there's no play to read, so it's really up to us to make all the decisions about our character. But before we do that, I'm gonna give you some tips and jobs to do before we make any decisions. Number 1, read it. It sounds obvious, but read it and read it again, looking for clues, and highlight anything that you can find in the script that tells you anything about that character. So if you're working along with me with this video, pause the video now and read your speech. Job number 2, read your speech aloud. Now you've read your speech in your head and sat down, stand up and read it aloud. Monologues are meant to be performed, so it's no good just reading it in your head. See how saying the words aloud tells you anything about the emotions your character is feeling. Get your speech and take it for a walk. Have a play, pause the video if you're working along with me, and get speaking. Job number 3. Punctuation. Look a little bit closer at your speech and notice the punctuation. And the punctuation is any full stops, commas, dashes, anything the writer has put in there to change a sentence in your speech. So an exercise for you to try is, while you're standing and reading your speech aloud, when you come to a full stop, you're going to stop and then carry on moving. And when you come to a comma, you're going to turn. So find yourself a little bit of space. You don't need too much. Walk through the space with your speech, noticing those punctuation points. So have a play around. It's a really good way to get your speech moving and not to think about it too much. So pause the video and practice. Now it's time to sit back down for a really important part of the process, which is to figure out where the thoughts in your speech are. Now the thoughts might be in the same place as the punctuation or the full stops, or they can last over sentences. It's really up to you to decide where you think your character's thought changes or they think of something new. So again, pause the video and really take your time with this. It is better to use a pencil as well so you can change your mind. So have a read and don't rush. Okay, great. So you've written down your first impressions, you've spoken the speech out loud, you've played with the punctuation and got it moving, and you know where the thoughts change. So now it's time to make some decisions on your character. What have you learned so far from this speech? We know that this character compares the way they're feeling to the big bang of the universe. Now it's time to answer 5 questions that can help you to make some decisions. Those questions are: who, what, why, where, and when. Who are you speaking to, and what is their relationship to you? We speak very differently to different people, so a monologue to your mum would be very different to a monologue to your friend or even to a bully. What do you want? What do you hope will happen after you've said your speech? What do you hope to gain from speaking your monologue? Why? Why do you want to speak? What has happened before to make you want to say your monologue? Where? Where are you? The environment we're in also affects the way we speak. We would speak very differently doing a monologue in our bedroom to a monologue in a police station, for example. When? When is it And how long have you been there for? There's lots of exciting choices you can make with a standalone monologue like The Universe. It could be a character that is having an argument with a parent. It could be somebody that is trying to excite their friend to go somewhere new. It could be somebody that is standing up to a bully or someone that's been mean to them. See how many different choices you can make by changing the who's, the what's, the where's, the why's and the when's. And just pick something that is the most fun for you. The more detailed and the more personal your choices are, the better. But really feel free to play around and change them as many times as you like and see which one feels the funnest. So now you've made those decisions and you know what's happening in your speech, who you're speaking to and what you want, it's time to think about some more exercises that can help us with performance of our monologue. Now, I like to think of a monologue as a piece of music, in that when we're listening to music, we don't like to hear something that stays on the same note the whole way through. We might want to hear something quiet, something loud, be surprised. So just the same with our monologue, we want to have a nice variation throughout it and something that isn't on the same level the whole way through. So first of all, you're going to go back to your speech and look at your thoughts. Now you're going to repeat the exercise that we did earlier with the punctuation, but this time with the thought. So you're going to start to move around the space, and whenever you get to a new thought, you're going to deliver that thought to a different point in the room. So have a go, first of all, with saying those thoughts to a different part in the room. Off you go. Next, you're going to play with the volume. So now have a go at, again, delivering your thoughts to different places, but this time each new thought has a different volume. Go from very quiet to very loud as you can without disturbing anyone too much. Play with speed. So this time each new thought has a different speed. It can be as slow as you can possibly make it, almost like you're on the moon moving in slow motion, and then to as fast as you can. So each new thought, change the speed. You can go from slow to fast, fast to slow, or in between. Have a play, you try it. So there are millions of ways to explore text. And what we've done today is play with a few exercises that can help us get our monologues onto their feet and also bring that text to life. So there is one final bit of advice to give you, and that is a monologue is never about you. And I don't mean to be mean when I say that, but the other person in the speech, the person you're speaking to, is always the most important. So as great as it is to try all the different ways of speaking and playing with the text, always come back to that, what your character wants and how they want to change the person they're speaking to. So what I want to make the person do that I'm speaking to make them or to get them. That's how you can help yourself make your want active, to make or to get. That can really help to just give yourself a specific want of what you want the person to do you're speaking to. So apart from that, I hope today you've had fun, got moving around, and rewind the video, try the exercises again with any speech. So any speech you can find online or anything from your favourite play. You can even make your own monologue. I know we've got another masterclass coming up with Kerry about devising, and there might be some tips in there of even writing your own monologue. And we would absolutely love to see your guys' work. So whatever you've got from today, I'm attaching the speech of the universe, which you can feel free to use. Film it just like I filmed today and send it us back. Or, you know, any monologue you're interested in. We'd love to see your guys' work, and we hope that you're keeping safe and enjoying yourselves at home as much as you can. And for any other things from us, please follow our Facebook, Burnley Youth Theatre, on Instagram at Burnley Youth Theatre, and subscribe to our YouTube channel where there's loads more videos like this of different masterclasses and things to keep you guys busy and occupied. So thank you so much for joining me today on this masterclass, and I'll see you again another time. Bye!